Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics Shorts video. Just after I did my hits and losses video this morning, I heard news that a Su-30SM, a Russian fighter, has been lost. I think it's a twin pilot fighter, has been lost near Snake Island in the Black Sea during a mission. I don't think it was shot down by the Ukrainian air defences, because there were claims that the Ukrainians were hearing on chatter that it had been lost and they're looking for pilots, which would suggest they weren't aware it had been lost, but it's not definite, so it might have been shot down by air defences, but it could just have been lost with pilot error or mechanical failure or whatever. The debris has been found in the sea and they are presently looking for the pilots, but they've not been identified. I don't know how easy it would be for the Russians, to look for pilots. Depends where the plane went down, whether it's in kind of contested sea area or not. But anyway, that is the latest news, and that's obviously good news for the Ukrainians, both from a plane point of view, but also obviously from a pilot point of view. These are often experienced pilots, and it takes a lot to train these pilots. And so, you know, to lose a couple of pilots from a jet going down is a bit of a double whammy for the Russians. So good news for the Ukrainians there. That the Russians have lost another plane. We haven't seen too many planes lost recently, and I don't know whether that means that the Russians have not been using them as much as previously. To be fair, I haven't heard or haven't seen the stats for guided glide bomb usage. They had gone back up. They were obviously using them fairly freely because they've been doing that off and on for some time. It's been very effective for the Russians. But actually, since the Ukrainians have been using their own guided glide bombs, they appear to be using more freely. And I wonder whether, I know the airspace is contested, but I wonder whether it's been pushed slightly because there's been a lot of degradation of air defences on the Russian side, and that means the Ukrainians could push their planes forward. And now with the kind of Swedish AWACS planes, it could be easier for the Ukrainians to acquire Russian air targets, and that could be pushing the Russians back further, although they've developed guided glide bombs that can go further. So I don't know what the dynamics around that is, but like, if I was to be as hopeful as possible, get the hopium out, then maybe the airspace is changing in dynamic, and the Russians might be pushed back a little bit, but this is still good news for the Ukrainians. Anyway, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.